Recently, I have come across a video where a pilot in his uniform says he has joined a ground school and he has completed all the DGCA exams in 1 month. Is it really possible? Let's discuss. DGCA exams in total are 5 subjects: meteorology, regulations, navigation, technical general, and RTR. Let's not consider RTR, let's consider these 4 subjects: metrics, nav, and tech. Is it really possible to complete these 4 subjects in just 1 month? If you watch my YouTube channel, or I will link the videos here and here somewhere, you will see regulations a student has completed in 7 days. Metrology, a few students have completed in 10 days, right? Now let's talk about a student who recently completed regulations in 7 days. 7 days regs. Here, what is regulations? There are around 5,000 to 7,000 rules which you have to memorize. Go to the exam, vomit in the exam, and you will clear regulations. Regulations is all about remembering all the rules and regulations, right? For example, simple example, in a standard holding pattern, you will always turn right, correct? In a standard traffic pattern, you will always turn left, correct? Circuit and landing, which you do in your flying school. So these rules and regulations are very difficult to remember because you cannot, your brain is very weak to remember around 5,000 rules at one point of time, correct? So what I did, I made videos. How did I make videos? I told a story. Children and adults, we never forget stories, right? And I have put a lot of spice into these stories. When there is a lot of spice and there is a story, and by the time the story completes, you will remember, or that is directly linked to the chapter. So every chapter is almost converted into a story or something like that, which makes once you see the video, it is easy to remember, right? That is how I created a course on my web page. This student who has enrolled prepared, like every class is 1.5 to 2 hours, and there are a total of 30 plus classes. So this student, once he joined, worked day and night watching the videos, and watching the videos is not enough, to pass your exam at all. I have a separate question bank where I'll share with you. Before you go to your exam, you have to practice those questions and then only you will clear the exam, right? So that's how he did it in 7 days. That means day and night he worked for regs, right? That means when he is studying regs, if he has to complete in 7 days, he cannot do either met, nav or regs. Sorry, met, nav or tech, correct? He has to dedicate 7 days for regs. So meteorology is the same thing. Meteorology, there is nothing to remember in meteorology. It's all concepts. Once you understand the concepts, you will 100% score very good marks, not just passing marks, correct? Regulations, when I talk, I will always talk only passing marks, not concepts, not 100 marks. For example, I scored 98 in Met. I have never seen a book called I.C. Joshi till I cleared my exam, correct? I read Oxford. So that's how Met is done. Met is all concepts, Regs is all memory things, and both you can do it in 17 days. Now let's discuss navigation. Here, navigation, if you take last year, I used to take 60 classes. Each class is 3 hours. But if you take my current navigation batch, I am taking 75 classes. Each class is 3 hours. Why these extra classes? I believe by the time my students complete navigation, he should be able to solve any question in navigation, any question, correct, 100%. So that's how he will be ready for his airlines, correct? From day one, preparing for airlines is what I recommend. Next, this is just for CPL navigation. Of course, the same thing applies for ATPL and airline preparation also. So from day one, it will be a preparation meant for your airlines. Next, let's say a student says, sir, I will work very hard, total there are 75 classes, I will watch 3 classes in a day. So 75 by 3, 25. I'll complete the syllabus in 25 classes and or 25 days, sorry, and I will give the exam. This is stupidity. This doesn't work that way. Why? See, navigation is, for example, you have to understand the concepts of how the earth is, how the longitudes are, how they are converging, the convergency, the maps, how to read maps, understand every map, every inch of it, and then you have to understand the radio aids with which your aircraft is flying, like the GPS, VOR, NDB, etc. Correct? You have to know everything about them, and you have to kind of know every problem that radio nav creates, and you have to have a solution for it. And then you have to know all the instruments, your airspeed indicator, how does it work, and your Mach meter, altimeter, radio altimeter, everything. Correct? So this along with the performance of the aircraft, how does the aircraft perform? Correct? If it is very hot, can you carry all the passengers, or will you require more length of runway? Today it rained, what happens to the takeoff run which your aircraft is going to take for that weight? Is it going to increase or decrease? So these concepts, and of course there are 100 different things to it. So these concepts you cannot do 3 classes in a day. Correct? It is not like regulations. Correct? The concepts are very big. You have to come to a class. Correct? Listen to a class for 3 hours and then go home, practice the questions which I give, where all different scenarios are simulated. Correct? And then you will say that class is complete. So you cannot do more than 1 class a day for navigation. It is going to take, if you want to score the best marks, 75 classes. So whoever said I have completed in 1 month is fake. I don't believe it. I don't want to discuss anything about that guy, or I don't want to point out, but really it is not possible to complete in 1 month. In my next video, I will discuss the least amount of time that is actually possible to clear these DGCA exams. Until then, goodbye.